Workers in Clackamas County are restoring a building that could be the oldest of its kind in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, Joe V is here to tell us all about this log cabin that is filled with history and mystery.
Yeah,
Joe.
plenty of both, guys.
Yeah.
You know, in some ways, they're restoring a building, but in some ways, they're also trying to solve a puzzle. Piece by piece, a structure comes back to life to reveal an unknown chapter from Oregon's past. In a sprawling forest sits a solitary building, vacant to the eye, yet filled with questions.
We know a lot about what we don't know. It's a mystery.
What you see is a log cabin of unknown age and origin being brought back to life. This is new. Is this old?
Right.
You see, this could be one of the oldest standing buildings in the Pacific Northwest.
I think it's a really unique thing. I wish we could prove the age of it for sure.
Pam Hayden used to work as a historic preservation planner for Clackamas County. And during a countywide survey, she found this cabin on property owned by the family of Rich Eisberg.
It's been in my life all my life. My parents bought the farm in 1960, and so I grew up playing in it and feeding the livestock that we had in it.
It was very old. We couldn't date it because it had been moved. We did know that it had been moved in 1892, but we did not know where it had come from, who had moved it.
Realizing this could be an historic find, Pam joined up with a local nonprofit to preserve the cabin, which was falling apart. It was disassembled and stored for safekeeping. After a decade in storage, it is now being rebuilt and restored in the Hopkins Demonstration Forest.
I need one more swivel to pull this off.
Under the watchful eye of Greg Olson, who specializes in 19th century buildings.
I've done a number of log houses of the pioneer period from the 1850s, and I could immediately see that this wasn't one of them. I can't tell you who built it, when they built it, where they built it. It's just a mystery.
A couple of interesting features could fill in the blanks. For one thing, the cabin was built entirely without nails, and its unique construction style, along with the apparent age of its wood, suggests that this is a very old building.
We kind of think that the date might be very early, about 1798, 1799.
Now, if you know your history, you know that timeline would make this house older than the Lewis and Clark expedition, which raises a really big question. Who could have built this?
There are all these countries that were involved in Oregon. The Spanish were here, the Russians were here, you know, the Indians, of course, were here.
One working theory, and it is just a theory, is that it may have been built by fur trappers who came here, perhaps from French Canada or even Europe.
It's very possible that these people matriculated and migrated over the Rocky Mountains with a purpose, established occupation in this area.
While the occupation didn't last, the cabin did. And this work, you see, will ensure that it lasts for many years to come. The rotting wood replaced and the structure seismically reinforced, but its historic essence will remain.
A state archaeologist told me it's okay for it to be a mystery, and I've sort of hung my hat on that because we really can't say what it is.
And when the work is done, the cabin will be open to the public as an example of Oregon's lost history, a place to ask your own questions and explore the unknown.
And so maybe we will, who knows, find all the answers to this mystery.
And guys, kind of the crazy thing to me about this is not only do we not know who built it, we don't even know where they built it because it was moved to this property outside of Molalla in like the 1890s. Where it was before that and who brought it there, nobody knows.
Well, and think about moving it in the 1890s.
Right, exactly. It's not like it is now, right? Where you just throw it in the back of your truck, right?
That's right.
And now it's been moved again. So it's in the Hopkins Demonstration Forest, which is a nonprofit located just outside Oregon City, and the plan is for that to be open and up and running next year, so you'll actually be able to see it in person.
Well, and the carpentry involved in that.
Yeah.
I mean, the way it was made.
No nails at all.
Yeah.
It's like Legos.
It's really impressive.
And standing for so many years.
Well, I think we all want to know who did it and why. Right. I think the mystery is so cool.
It is. I mean, exactly. If we do find out, it almost might be kind of disappointing.
Right.
We can use our imagination. Right?
I agree.
That's so great.
Great story.
Thanks, Joe.